Sexual abuse. This includes forcing or encouraging someone, regardless of age or gender, to engage in implicit or explicit sexual acts alone or with another person. Sexual abuse examples are varied and range from strong physical offenses to indecent exposure or expecting the student to look at sexual or pornographic material. Sexual harassment, not as severe as abuse, refers to sexual advances, requests for favors, or verbal or physical conduct of a sexual nature. Harassment is often a technique used by sexual predators to desensitize or groom their victims for abuse. Examples of sexual harassment range from sexually explicit jokes to physically touching or brushing. While at the museum with his exchange student, Mr. Smith spent an unusual amount of time taking Sharita around to see sexually suggestive objects. When Jose got ready for bed, Mrs. Jones would stop by his room, lean in, and she would give a suggestive sound, hinting he was very sexy. After watching an R-rated movie together, the obscene language or gestures in it are repeated over and over for no good reason. An individual continually comments and gloats on his or her sexual activity and prowess. Sexually suggestive comments that are not appreciated are given out on a regular basis.
Under no circumstances should you arrange travel plans for yourself or seek concessions and expect your host club to agree. Independent, unaccompanied travel is not allowed. Rotary-approved travel might include school or church trips and vacations with your host family.
In these situations, you may need written parental authority from home to the satisfaction of your district youth exchange chair, your host parents and host Rotary Club approval of the trip and the proposed travel itinerary, permission of the school principal if the trip takes place during the school term. If traveling by car, it must be with a Rotary family or a Rotary-approved family. Overnight accommodation must be provided by Rotarians at each stopover. Remember, long-distance travel by yourself in buses or trains is not permitted. Students are only permitted to fly by registered commercial airlines. Flights in private aircraft are not allowed in view of possible insurance complications.
During your exchange, you should always remember that you are a personal representative of your country, your family, and Rotary. Always strive to maintain a high standard of behavior, and keep in mind that the way you conduct yourself will often determine whether your host club, your host family, or your school will accommodate other Rotary students in the future. Refrain from smoking when wearing a Rotary blazer, or in public places with Rotary affiliations.
During your stay, you'll be expected to speak to a number of Rotarians, school groups, or community organizations. Make sure to come well prepared with information about your family, your hometown, your country, and of course, dress presentably.
Occasionally, you'll be asked to give interviews for newspapers, TV, and radio. It's extremely important that you watch your remarks to avoid causing any unintentional embarrassment or to hurt Rotary, yourself, or your families.
You'll be required to send regular reports to your sponsored host club and district, as well as to your local district committee. It's very important that these reports are submitted in a timely manner, and it's your responsibility to know the schedule for when they're due. You should also remember to write your parents and friends back home on a regular basis. They'll be excited to hear about what you've been up to and what new experiences you're having.
During the first night with your host family, you'll want to ask some basic questions. The first night questionnaire is perfect for getting to know your family. Some general issues to address include what you should call your host parents, what chores you're expected to do daily, when it's convenient for you to use the shower or bath, and if you're responsible for purchasing your bathroom toiletries.
Here are a few testimonials from students who have been a part of our program.
Exchange student experience is a great thing. maybe I couldn't make a friend, like I couldn't learn anything. But I learned about not to be shy.
Go around, see different things, try everything from a different culture.
As you're getting to know country better, as you're getting to know language better, you gain friends, you gain experience, you gain knowledge, everything.
I made a lot of friends, not just Americans, like, I met a lot of exchange students too. So from Italy and Taiwan, Chinese, and so I can visit them anytime, just a surprise, they host me.
My host family is the kindest persons in the world. They became to me like a second family. I get to know them better, they get to know me better, and look, and I met so many friends.
I have a lot of friends. It's just crazy. Everybody knows me in the school. I don't even know everybody, but everybody knows me. In the hallway, people just wave at me and say, "Hey, Caroline," and I'm like, "Hey, you, I don't know your name, but hey."
I'm sure English and this all exchange experience will help me in future so much and give me opportunity to work, to get a better job, and to just get ahead in my life.
We hope you've enjoyed hearing about Rotary Youth Exchange. Even though everyone is different and each experience is unique to you and your circumstances, there are a few things to keep in mind that will make any situation a more enriching experience.
Try to immerse yourself in the customs and culture of your host country to learn the language quickly, if it's different from your own, and involve yourself wholeheartedly in your school, community, and Rotary activities.
Your compliance with these rules and guidelines will assure you a successful and rewarding experience. So good luck!
And have fun!